Welcome to Painting with Riffsley. Thanks for tuning in again. Today we're looking at the Olgas. I went out to the Olgas when it was still called the Olgas back in the 80s. I sat there and I drew this carbon pencil drawing in my sketchbook. Now I'm going to do a painting of it. So I've already blocked in big red mass of the main dome, Mount Olga. I'm just blocking in the dark colours. After I put the mid-tones in and the darkest areas, I'll start to work in it with the lighter areas. So mid-tones first, dark tones second, and highlights last. Leaving the very lightest tones to the very last. I don't always do this because I fiddle around with it, push and pull it and adjust it, change the colours. I'll paint it and I'll think, oh, those trees are too green, that doesn't look right. The shadows are so purple there. I quite like them, the orange rock and the purple shadows, and they work quite well. But it all gets pushed back. I'll work into this picture for some time, quite a long time. The colours in this, out there, the orange, it's iron oxide that makes the red or orange rocks out there. And the green is spin effects, really prickly, spiky, horrible plant, but a lovely colour. Then there's a nice soft beige kind of foliage as well. Could be the spin effects, depending on the light. The colours are just amazing. I like to paint this again, so I'll do another one of these, post another one of these. I've already done another painting, so I'll definitely paint another, post another Olgas. Starting to put a bit of foliage in, little trees down the front. It's absolutely huge. As if you read the notes, it's taller than Ayers Rock. A really, really big rocks. Big rocks. How many was there? Juta. Now this is quite close to Ayers Rock, or Uluru. Uluru's only 25 kilometres away to the east. Juta. It's a long way, took a long time to drive there. So these big rocks, mainly granite, basalt, sandstone. When I went to Ayers Rock and out here, I enjoyed these rocks. I thought they were much more interesting than Uluru. Much more fun to paint. It took 11 days to drive there and back. I spent 4 days in the red centre there, and the rest of the time was driving. We did a big loop. Went right around, then up to Queensland and back down to New South Wales. A long time ago now. So I've built it up and built it up. I found it tricky trying to get that patina on the rock. You can see the light reflecting off the wet paint. You see it dry. When it goes on, it kind of disappears, and it always dries a lot darker. I took many photos as I went along, and the photos change a lot depending on the light. There's some quite dark paint there. It'll have to be covered up. But getting those contrasts is important to get that light, make the light look like it's reflecting off the rock. These paintings need to be glazed to really bring the colour out afterwards. I let them dry, then I glaze them. It's best to leave them overnight at least before you glaze them, because sometimes the black or the dark colours can run a bit if it's not dried properly. Quite a long video, this one, so if you're still watching, that's big effort on your behalf. I've been making these videos for quite some time now. It's almost ski time again, and I started just before I went skiing last September. So it's about 9 months now. I set a goal, I'd make these videos every week for a year. So I've still got a fair few to paint. I don't know what will happen after that. Oh, well, if I get a bit of feedback and people want to see more paintings, I'll keep making them. If you keep watching them. I do a painting every week. Sometimes it can be frustrating, and sometimes it's very rewarding and a lot of fun. Just like anything, it has its ups and downs. Got your good days and your bad days. I quite enjoy my painting this one. I did find a bit of a challenge, but like I said, I'll paint it again. I just love the colours in this image. Now I'm working in here with a fine brush to put some detail in there, some fine cracks in the rock, some outline around a few things. I've made the focus that rock face there that's catching the light. That's the main focus. So I need to work detail into that part, make that look the clearest, at the most contrast and the most detail. The other bits you can kind of fudge, but where the focal point is, it needs a little extra attention to detail, colour and contrast, or the elements of design. This is normal speed video. That little bit there to the right, I feel I should put a few little lines in it to show the round thickness of it. I might do that later. I've got some more time, but I've got to put the video out. So that's about all I'm going to do on it today. I should have 52 paintings after a year. I'm putting out one a week. Some better than others. I'm bound to have a few good ones. What do? Have a show. Put them all together and have a look. That's green, bright green red there. The light's quite... camera's making it look a lot redder and greener than it really is. I want to take some stills after the video. Is this a still here? No, that's still the video. Loading up the brush, mixing some dark paint, putting those dark details there. go back to the time lapse. Put the old cap on. Well, there shouldn't be too much more video to go. That's just about done. A few more details. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. If you've got any questions, ask away. If you want me to paint something, send me some photos. If you've got a good photo, if I like it, if you're lucky, I'll paint it. Always looking for something good to paint. See you next time.